Mr. Huat, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Bante.
No, thank you.
Do you want to record tonight's event as well?
Yes, I did.
Okay, very good.
Is it hot? Do you want me to turn on the AC?
It's cold. It's cold.
All right. You can sit over there. Right. Please say it 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. First of all, once again, let me apologize. We went to bless a home, and when we it was late somewhat more than we planned. So that's what happened. Sorry about that. And it's a good memory because you could stay outside in the coldness at least for 1 day, and I had to have tension too. Memorable day. All right. So somehow today too we are going to practice both meditation techniques. Newcomers, they'll practice breathing meditation. So breathing meditation. For the newcomers, if I remind, so you have to observe your own breath. When the breath is coming in, please be fully aware. And your name, ma'am? Parvati, right? Miss Parvati. So your first time, right? So very calm, you observe your breath when it is coming in and when it is going out, to be fully aware. And at the same time, be aware about the nature of your breath. So if it is gross, if it is soft, if it is long, if it is short, just be aware as it is and don't try to change it. Let it flow as it is. Okay? Then keep on observing the breath, developing inner peace and developing inner awareness. All students, they are going to practice Vipassana meditation. So you will practice the very same first step today too. And next week we are going to prolong. So, so you will observe part by part, page by page, the whole head area. You will scan the whole head area and up to your chin area. So, so you will start from the top of your head, and whatever sensations that you can feel within that area. Let it be hardness, softness, pain, itching sensation, twinkling sensation, blood circulating, or pulsing sensation, or let it be any sensation. There are sensations that you can understand by name, and there are so many sensations which don't have any name. So you will discover those ones too, but don't expect for them. So something special at the beginning. So just observe the sensations as they really are, and whatever sensations that you experience, please be fully aware. They have only one characteristic. They are impermanent, changing. Whatever sensation that you encounter, be aware that it's changing. So more, then please observe the whole front area of your head, and then back area, right ear, left ear, Then after that, forehead area, then both eyebrows, eyelids. Don't observe the eyeballs yet, right? So, so you could attain, you were fortunate to attain 10 meditation sessions, right? So if you like, you can do that. If you can observe inside, okay? Right, so then eyelids, then after that, then your nose, then upper lip, right cheek, left cheek, then lower, so lower lip and chin. When you are done, please restart again with the top of your head, right? Now everyone, please calm down. Let bygones be bygones. Let the past go. Calm down. Please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm, if you like that posture. And now, everyone, please start your meditation. Please start your meditation, and may your meditation be very, very successful. Very, very successful. Very calmly, please start the meditation. I'll take a little time to pay respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Meanwhile, please keep on meditating. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Inibiso bhagava araham samma sambuddho vinyacharana sampanno sugato lokavidu anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati sattaniva manussanam buddho bhagavati swakato bhagavata dhammo Sannittiko akaliko, ehi pasiko opanaiko, pacatang veditammo minyogiti. Supadipangno bhagavato savaka sangho, Unyupadipangno bhagavato savaka sangho, Nyaya patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho, Samiti patipangno bhagavato savaka sangho, Yadidam chattari purisa yugani, Atte purisa puggala, Ise bhagavato savaka sangho, Ahuniyo pahuniyo, Nakiniyo anjali karaniyo, Anuttarang punyakitang lokasanti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Keep on meditating. Keep on meditating. Now let's practice loving kindness meditation. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings. If you are a new meditator and if your legs are hurting, you can ease your legs. But the old students, they are asked to stay the same without changing the posture. Please stay the same. First of all, let's share our loving kindness with ourselves, with you. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful, very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards yourself first. Now let's think about our parents, our teachers, our relatives, and friends. May my parents, may my teachers, may my relatives and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards them. Now let's spread loving kindness towards the enemies. Because of we all have various kinds of negativities, and because of those negativities, we react all the time. And we take hasty, foolish decisions to hurt the other people. That is the beginning point of creating an enmity. We have the same nature, the others the same. So forgive your enemies for the things that they have done and ask forgiveness for the things that you have done. Spread loving kindness with the enemies. May my enemies also be well. May my enemies also be happy. May my enemies also be peaceful, very peaceful. Spread loving kindness towards them. Now let's spread loving kindness with all the beings in the world. Human beings, animals, and all the other kinds of creatures like birds, visible beings, invisible beings. Let's share our loving kindness with all the beings, regardless of their differences. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful, be very peaceful. Let's spread loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now everyone, very calmly, very peacefully, please open your eyes. Now please relax. Please join your palms together and please say 3 times Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Dear meditators, so today as usual we practice Vipassana. So when we are practicing Vipassana now regularly, you might have understood that each and every sensation has 3 stages. 3 stages. So whatever sensations that I had, that I have, that I will have, they have 3 stages. What are the 3 stages that you came across? Did you notice that? What are the 3 stages?
This arise, stay, and stop.
Yes, very true. Yes. Those sensations, they have an arising point. They stay and they pass away. So for now, you will see this process. That means slowly. That means for now, you only feel gross sensations. So gross sensations means the big ones. You feel pain and you pay your attention. And then what happens? Pain stays for a while and passes away. You think yourself, oh, pain arose, pain stayed for a while, and pain passed away. So later on, you will see yourself when you develop, then these pains they'll dissolve, and they'll come into tiny vibrations all around the body, and then you will see later on. Not right now. Maybe it can take. It can, according to various people's parameters, is different. So some people experience that within 1 month, 2 months like that. So some people it takes a long time, right? It depends according to the person. But you should not crave for those new experiences. So what you need to do is just practice and develop the understanding. Because understanding is the most important thing. So if you understand the nature related to that, that's the most important thing. The impermanence you need to understand not because I teach you, oh, there is one impermanent, not because the Buddha taught so, not because anybody else said so, or not because it's in a book. You need to understand it with your own experience. Dharma always talks to you. But since you don't pay attention, you couldn't recognize the language of the Dharma. But whenever you stay calm and when you observe, you understand. Oh, I now understand. Just like just like English, just like Hindi, just like Sinhala, and just like Vietnamese and all other Telugu and other languages. So you understand, right? It was talking to me all the time, but I didn't understand. Always when there is a pain, what did you do earlier? You wanted to run up. But what happened? Big pain or small pain, it stayed for a while and passed away. You are the one who wanted to run. You are the one who wanted to stay hasty. But whenever you start to calm down, you start to understand, oh, this is the nature. The nature which is not Buddhist, Hindu, Christian, Muslim, or Jew, or atheist, or agnostic. Pure nature. It's what it is. It was talking to me, but I didn't understand because I didn't have that capacity of calmness. I was not sensible. I was not observing. That's why I didn't see it. Always, I know I was late. I know I want to shorten the speech, but I can't stop telling that story. Let me tell you a story. Small one, very small one. There was a hasty person, and he was somewhat foolish too. This happened long time ago. A folk story. This person had 5 mules. You know mules, right? So not the horses, not the donkeys, mules. So he had 5 mules. One day he went to the market. He went to the market, and then he came back home with the mules. And when he reached home, he started counting the mules. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 mules. He was so bothered. So then he's counted again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 mules. Then what happened? He started. He loved his mules a lot. He started crying. Not only crying, lamenting. The wife heard his sound and came outside and asked why he's crying. He said that he went to the market with 5 meals, all the 5 meals, and when he came back, somebody has snapped one of the meals. Then, then the wife counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. Where is the 5th one? You are the one who carries. You is the one which is the 5th. So he was on 1 mule and he was counting the other 4 mules. So back and forth, even though how many times you count, you only get number 4. He didn't count the one that he was sitting on. So like that, we are also hasty. We laughed at that person, but we are the same. So we don't have the calmness to wait and observe what's happening. If you observe, so regardless of anything, so each and everything has the same process of impermanence. So so there is a beautiful flower in your garden. You go and you observe, but if you crave, what happens? You develop dissatisfaction later. I'm not saying you should not go, you should not touch, and you should not enjoy the beauty. You should enjoy. But deep down, you need to understand this is not everlasting, bound to pass. You have to understand the very same nature within your body. From top to bottom and bottom to top, that's what you are trying to understand. So, whenever you start to understand, there are so many things that go. So, they go away for your own advantage. when you really understand that everything is impermanent, so many causes that are there inside for you to get angry, to get agitated, to be pride, so to develop vanity, and to develop various kinds of other negativity, jealousy. They go, they go. You will become lighter. You will become lighter. That's why I ask you to practice continuously. The more you practice, the more you let go. You don't let go. So, you might have a lot of things. Still, by mind, you are not attached. Because you understand. It doesn't mean you don't use. So if you have the capability, you don't use the best things that you can. You will use. But still, when they pass away, there is no any lamentation, any sorrow, right? Any distress inside, because by your own experience you understand this is the nature, right? This is the nature. So since you don't understand, you don't realize that there is dukkha in this world. That's what I'm going to teach you today. Last time I taught you what is impermanence. And because of impermanence arises the dukkha. So, dukkha has a very big cause. Not only we don't understand impermanence, we develop craving because we don't understand the impermanence. We think that there is one person throughout our life. So you think that there is an eternal person called I. So there are things that I can call my soul. Then what happens? Then then you develop craving. Because when there is I want to have certain things that I want to call mine, right? So you want to call mine. So craving arises. So whenever there is throughout your life, because of these things you suffer, because of this misunderstanding. So whenever a comfortable sensation arises, you suffer. You don't actually enjoy those comfortable sensations. Instead, you start to crave. I want more. Whenever a good sensation arises, instead of enjoying that good sensation with the understanding that this will pass away, so let me see and let me observe, and so then you will feel it better. But what you do is you start to crave. An uncomfortable sensation, you will become so distressful. And then when there are neutral sensations, you become so anxious to turn them into comfortable sensations. This is the reality. 24, since you were born up to now, this is the circle. Every day, every moment. And now gradually you are trying to come out of that distressing circle. And you calm down and you are trying to see the reality within. And then you are going to gain sometimes the peace that you never felt even in your past life, right? So the peace and happiness, inner peace and happiness. So somehow when you have craving, you develop dukkha inside you. So dukkha, there are 10 dukkha's, 10 things, 11 things that create dukkha inside us, that create distress, dissatisfaction inside us. Number 1, jara, decaying. Things decay. So you want to, so let's say that flower. So if not, let's say you bought a very new, very posh car, beautiful car, right? You don't want, you don't like at least to see a scratch on your car, but it is bound to happen. So you don't want to see that. But the nature is such, someday it will going to happen. So yes, you protect it as much as you can, but it is going to happen, right? And one day you have to throw away the very same car that you bought, or you have to sell away the very same car that you like so much, right? So that is the nature of things. But we don't understand when we have this misunderstanding about impermanence, that everything is permanent, nothing is changing. So when things decay, you become dissatisfied. No content, no happiness. You become distressful, right? But can't help. This is the nature. So if only when you let understanding the nature, only if you let go, you will be able to make peace with the nature. So if you make peace with the nature, you will be comfortable. If not, you will feel dissatisfaction. Number one, so decay. Number two, vyadi, sickness. All beings think that may I not get sickness. So so sometimes during the coronavirus time, I met certain people, and sometimes I warn certain devotees if they are going too much outside. Sometimes out of compassion, I warn better to protect yourself. Then they say, no, I won't get the virus. I have gone to this place and that place, but I didn't get the virus. So I have the luck. I don't get it. So when I ask whether their neighbors got it, most of the neighbors have got it. But they think that they don't get it. We have this huge ego. So we have this huge ego. So somehow we need to understand we have the nature of being sick. We are bound to become sick. So there is no being who won't become sick. So it's a part of this impermanence. So please understand that, and understanding the impermanence, let it go. Protect yourself as much as you can, but whenever you become sick because of the nature, don't feel distressful. Keep calm, stay calm, right? It is also bound to pass away, and you are bound to become healthy again. And don't forget, you are bound to become sick again too. So keep on, stay balanced, keep the mind balanced with the understanding of impermanence. If not, you will feel dissatisfied, right? And jara, vyadi, marana. All the beings don't like to die. Uh, all the beings don't like to die, but all are bound to die, right? So all are bound to die. So if you don't understand this nature, so when you are dying, you will struggle a lot. You can't die with peace too. And when you don't understand this impermanence nature is unique and is common to all the beings. When your dear ones pass away, what happens? You will feel so sorrowful. You can't control yourself, right? So this nature is there when you don't understand the impermanence, and because of that, when you develop craving. But when you calm down, you understand. When you observe yourself, you understand all are bound to pass. Then you let it happen. You keep your body healthy as much as you can. But when you pass away, you understand and you peacefully surrender, right? So until your last moment, you live peacefully, as much as healthy. Without making any distress with our own conditions. And when we pass away calm, right? So, and number 4, dukkha. Dukkha means, so we don't think that we'll get injured. If you don't take care of ourselves, this body is, nobody's made of iron. All are bound to get various kinds of physical injuries. Sometimes maybe a cut. Sometimes it'll get crushed somewhat, like that. Physical pain. Because of this impermanence, it is also bound to come. When it happens, don't feel distress. This has the nature of this. So keep calm and wait until it passes, right? Do what you can do. That's it. And stay calm. Right, number 5, domanassa. So domanassa means mental distress. Mental distress. Sometimes your children, they are not obedient. When I don't think so, Sahili and Billy are disobedient. I think they are obedient. They are good kids. I know because they come to Dhamma school. So if the children are disobedient, you feel mental distress. This is not mental pain, mental distress. So all these words, Buddha liberated them in a psychological way. And these are not included in modern psychology because they are so deep. Modern psychology has not come to this stage yet. So, dominance means mental distress. That's a different thing. So when the children are not obedient, and when the children doesn't take care of you, or when the other people throw you away, abandon you, disown you, and so if the husband or wife, they practice adultery, and if someone accuse you, look down upon you, or then if you fail exams, or if you feel like you are not beautiful enough, so, and if you are poor, you have this mental distress, dominance. But we need to understand, so we have our own karmas, and everything is bound to change, right? Understanding that instead of being in the distress, you have to work according to a plan. Understand that this will also change. Let me try. So things will change gradually. So instead of being in the mental distress. So understanding the impermanence well helps to overcome all these 5. So then number 6, sorrow. Mental sorrow. That's different. That's different from the mental distress. So sorrow means the burning sensation of not on the body, but on the mind. Burning sensation of the mind is sorrow. So it is the mental crying. It is the mental crying. So, but in this crying, tears don't come. Tears, they don't come out. But that cry is there. Mental cry. So, but it's very, very dangerous. So there is a word in science, we call it depression. This is what it is. So when it grows and grows, many things can happen according to Buddha. So it can go up to the suicide level, and sometimes it can that kind of person can vomit blood. So or sometimes and sometimes that kind of person can become crazy, right? So those things can happen. It happens also because somebody doesn't understand the impermanence nature because through their own experience, right? And then Paridev, it's a different. This is different. Paridev means sorrow with crying, physical crying. So so there are people who, when we cry, we shout, right? And we use words, and then we make various kinds of so ugly sounds, right? And not only the tears come, but also saliva and sometimes phlegm also comes outside. So that crying, it's called as paridev. It also happens when you don't understand impermanence, right? And then upayas, I'll be quick. Upayas means that, do you know, all of you know, several days ago, uh, there was shooting, actually 4 days ago, there was a shooting in Texas. 21 people passed away. We think of them at the end today. So they passed away. There was a lady who valiantly fought with the gunman, and he saved some kids, but she had to die. She dedicated her life for the kids, for the 4 kids. Eva Morales. So her husband was a police officer. He passed away yesterday. Sudden heart attack. This nature is called an upayas. So suddenly, your mental build-up comes to a level that it creates a big shock inside. It creates a big shock inside. This is powerful than all the other mental distress and all the other things that I told you. And then that person doesn't have enough time even to cry with tears. That mental unhappiness, mental so dissatisfaction is strong enough to kill that person completely. So that sometimes such kind of people, when they reach the stage of bias, sometimes they are standing and suddenly they die at the very spot. So and they fall down, die. So then that's such kind. That is a death. That is an example of such kind of a death. Upaya. This mental dissatisfaction is called as upayas in Buddhist psychology. And then lobha, craving. So actually greed. It also arises and bothers us because you don't understand the impermanence. So you crave, you are greedy because you don't understand that things are changing, right? And then aversion, anger, right? And then after that, ignorance. Ignorance also arises because you don't understand the impermanence. All these sufferings or all these dissatisfactions arise when you don't understand the suffering. Whenever you really understand, not because anybody else said so, not because it was in a book, because of your original experience. If you understood it, then right away, right at that moment, you start to get rid of all these negativities, and all these dissatisfactions, all these discontentments, all these sufferings, and you will feel light. When things arise, you stay calm. just like so you know the lotus flowers, right? In here too we have lotus flowers, right? So lotus flowers. So I'm not talking about the flower, I'm talking about its leaf. When you put a leaf onto the lotus flower, does it stay or does it slip up? It slips away. Just like that, you will become a person. When things happen outside that can make even the stage of upaya, strong mental distress, strong mental dissatisfaction, at such times too, you'll be able to stand with that situation, just like a lotus leaf which doesn't keep which doesn't keep which doesn't move, which doesn't change because of any drop of water. You stand very strong. So you not only you'll stay calm, because of you, all the other people also feel the same positivity. They'll feel the same. They won't get the very same benefits, but because of you, they'll gain many benefits because of your positive actions. So please practice very ardently and understand this changing phenomenon. Recognize this changing phenomenon with your own experience, right? And then try to develop inner peace, try to develop the real happiness within, and gradually let's develop this and let's enjoy the ultimate peace and ultimate happiness. So that's it. Let me finish. All this positive energy, as I mentioned earlier, I want to dearly share with all the poor children who passed away in Texas. So all those 19 children, so and 2 teachers and several, so another, I think 2 people passed away. So we think of all of them. We share all this positive energy with them wherever they are. We wish that may they be well, may they be happy, and may they be peaceful. May this positive energy be with all of you and the divine beings, your own past traditions. By the power of this positive energy, may all of us be able to develop in the Dhamma path. May all of us be able to come out of all our negativities. And may all of us be able to live our lives with true happiness and true peace. True happiness and true peace. And practice in the Dhamma path, may all of us attain that ultimate stage of eternal peace and eternal happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, please join your palms together and calmly concentrate. Calmly concentrate. Abhivadana silise niccang vada pacaino Chattaro dhamma vaddanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevache ato nibbana sampatti iminate samijjato. May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very, very peaceful. Peaceful. Peaceful.
Sadhu.
Good night. May all the good happen to you. Sukhi. Mr. Huad, wait for me.
Thank you, Bante.
Right. Good night, Mr. Huad.
Good night, Bante. Thank you.
Good night, Mrs. Lees.
Night, Bhante. Thank you.
Good night, Ms. Pragati and Rahul.